Hello everyone, I'm Seth with Exotic Motorsports, and this is our 2015 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 2500. This is a large size passenger van. Let's go ahead and take a look at the condition of the exterior. There looks to be two small dents. They look pushed out though. Right there on the top left of the hood. Scuff there, a couple rock chips there. Looks like some rock chips that have been kind of covered up there. And the front is kind of just peppered. It's sort of hard to point out individual ones. It's kind of just all across the front here. You can see all the little white specks. Those are all just rock chips that have happened on the hood. It's in the grill a little bit too. Have some paint flaking off here. Paint is cracking and flaking off a little bit under the passenger side headlight, and there's still rock chips under here as well. There's also paint coming off over here, and the bumper fitment is a little bit off right there. This bottom lip is pretty severely cracked down there. That's definitely noticeable. And again, the rock chips are kind of just scattered all throughout the front end. There is no picking out individual ones. They're just all across the front. Front passenger fog light is cracked. Some scrapes and scratches in there. Driver's side is cracked as well. Got some paint flaking off there. That's bigger than a rock chip. Same with that. Moving over to the passenger side front fender. Again, more rock chips kind of just throughout this area. Front driver's side fender is not bad though. Very, very minimal rock chipping. It's good for the most part. The over fender here looks pretty good. No blemishes there. Front driver's side wheel. Some nice XD series wheels here. Really give this van an aggressive look. Bumper fitment is a little bit off here as well. Just to point that out. Driver's side mirror. It does have some stuff stuck to it, whether it be bug guts or what, but I'm sure with a good bug remover and a good scrub, that should come off. Face of the front driver's side door. Light scratching on the inside of the door handle area. Door area looks really good, no marks on there. Moving over to the next panel section. Really, really clean. Paint over here looks great. No blemishes there. On the underside of the side skirt, however, looks like it's a fiberglass side skirt. The edges are a little frayed and the paint is cracking and coming up. But that's at the very, very bottom. You really got to get down there to look for that. The glass is in great shape. No cracks or messed up tint or anything like that. The glass looks great. And I guess we'll call this a rear quarter panel. World's biggest rear quarter panel. It's almost like staring into a mirror. This paint is in really, really good shape. Not even any chips on the over fender. Which is pretty wild considering those are what I would assume are oversized tires. The fact that the over fenders don't even have any chips on it is pretty impressive. And on this portion as well, the glass is also in fantastic shape. No issues with the tint. No cracks, no smudges, no marks of any kind. Looking at the rear driver's side wheel here. No rash, chips, discoloration, or anything. Those look beautiful. Let's go ahead and move around to the back bumper here. So over here, we have some paint flaking off. And then over here on this section, it's cracked pretty bad. Have a blemish there just above the reflector. Does have a hitch installed, which is nice, so if you need to pull something, that's already there. Some paint flaking off there. A little blemish there. Paint flaking off there. A little bit of paint chipped on the inside of that door there. And these parts protruding are magnetic. So when you swing the door all the way open, it'll swing around and it will latch to this so you can have it wide open. And the doors will actually fold flush to the sides out here. Looking at the face of the rear cargo area. Looks pretty good. There's also some paint missing here and here. A couple little dings on the inside of that on the door. Moving around to the passenger side. Passenger side rear quarter panel. Scratch down there. This whole section looks really good. Two small chips right next to each other there. No chips on the inside of that seam there. On the bottom side skirt, there's some adhesive stuck there. I'm sure you could Goo Gone or eraser wheel that off. Side skirt otherwise looks great. Couple small dings in the over fender. It's hard to see unless the light is on it just right, but it looks like a really, really small crease. It's like a dent, but it's in a line. We'll call that a crease. Same thing as over here and here and here. Looking at the rear passenger side wheel. Again, looks fantastic. No issues with that wheel at all. And the glass on this side is equally as nice as the other side. No issues. Looking at the passenger sliding door. It's in pretty good shape. There is a very, very faint scratch that runs from about here to here, and there's a rock chip there. The bottom area of the door also looks to be in great condition. Step is looking good too. Again, except for the bottom portion, fiberglass is kind of peeling up and the paint is flaking off a little bit. But that's at the very, very bottom. Not easy to notice unless you are looking for it. Looking at the front passenger door. No issues here. It looks great. Front passenger mirror cap. Same story as the other side. Some bug remover and some elbow grease and it'll be looking like new. Front passenger side wheel. And to no surprise, this wheel is in pristine shape just like the other three. Front passenger side fender. Looks good until we start getting close to the headlight and then we start introducing rock chips and blemishes, things like that. Like I mentioned before, paint's peeling up right there. Bumper fitment isn't perfect. It looks like there's been a couple defects. Paint penned over, possibly. So let's have a look at the interior. What I think is probably the best feature of this vehicle. It is pretty impressive. So we have one touch up and down driver and passenger windows. The seats are manual, not electric. Twilight sensing headlights. And this does have a diesel engine. Starts right up. Aftermarket Pioneer stereo. Nice touch. The interior is in fantastic shape. All of the seats look really good. 34,998 miles. And here we have our lighting options. So if we look behind us, notice there's no overhead lighting on. But I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna push the all lights button. And those overhead lights illuminate. They look really nice. Some very aesthetic LED lights. Let's go ahead and look at the rest of the interior of the van. It's kind of cool. You can just get up and walk in between these seats here. This does have its own climate control back here. Remotes, lighting options. And there we have the TV mounted with some very nice Polk DB series speakers. It's very nice sounding coaxials. We have overhead storage here. And then all of the seats past the first row have lighting options and cup holders, armrests. All the upholstery is in perfect condition. And these fold out to be tray tables Cover on this has some markings. Not horrible looking, but they are there. Cup holder, lighting options. Same deal here for the back seats. Tray tables, cup holders, lighting options. And this is all leather. Incredibly spacious. I mean, I'm standing up, I don't have to crouch or anything. Cup holder, lighting options, and some more speakers for the back. The side that has overhead lighting as well, or overhead storage, I mean. E-brake is there, mounted on the floor. Incredibly nice vehicle. So let's go ahead and have a look at that diesel engine. Kind of have to just overhead press that hood, and then it kind of has an old school latch here where it'll catch, but here it is. Excellent condition, nothing out of place, idling along perfectly in rhythm. This van drives great, very responsive despite its size. This is a two-handed job to get the hood down. And that is our 2015 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 2500. If you have any further questions about the vehicle, feel free to visit our sales listing at www.exoticmotorsportsok.com. Thank you for watching.